Okay, guys, today we are lucky enough to be joined by Carla from She Sleek Hair Extensions. Carla, glad to have you here. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. Now, Carla, let's just jump straight into it. I want you to tell the guys watching a bit of an insight. Back when we initially first met, what were you most skeptical about before turning on the system, and what sort of ended up happening or different in reality?
I suppose so my first concerns were possibly that clients were not going to like it,
For sure.
just because it being an AI system, and I didn't want to sort of create barriers there. Um, I think that was probably the main concern, and just that it would be sophisticated enough to answer the questions that I needed it to answer
Yep.
as well. That it was going to be I was sort of skeptical that it was going to be a better fit than a real human being, I suppose.
Mhm.
But I was in my sort of salon. I It was probably an area that I felt needed addressing because of the fact that I don't have the luxury of having a receptionist, and me and my staff are on the floor a lot of the time tied up with clients, and I know that it is painful when clients need to get in touch with us and they can't.
Mhm.
So I was really willing to give it a go, just to make things a lot smoother and to please the clients, but also to react quickly enough to certain situations where clients needed to reschedule or even want to know more about our products. So all I can say is that I'm really glad that I did take that chance and give it a trial, because it has changed my business for the better. And yes, I can like safely say that it's something that I would recommend to other salons 100%.
Perfect. And I know what you've done behind the scenes, obviously, with yourself, myself, and Dan. But
Mm,
one big thing that we advocate to everyone who does utilize the system is without clients walking through the door, sitting on the chairs, you guys don't have a business, right? And again,
mhm.
at face value, sometimes they can think as an owner, if you implement a system like this, you're lazy, it's impersonal. Tell the guys watching, because like I say, I know what you did, but tell the guys watching what you did to inform them, provide a reasoning and context behind the implementation of it.
Yeah, sure. So, a lot of my clients do live on Instagram, so
Yep.
that's where they get a lot of our news about things that are going on in the salon. So it was a natural place to announce it. So what I did was create sort of like a story in my Instagram stories, just to ease their mind that they will be able to speak to us. Like, there is the option to speak to us, but when they can't, that we put this system in place to quickly answer their questions, or to resolve issues as quickly as possible. And honestly, like I felt like I was ready for a bit of a lashback, but I feel like it was received really well.
Hmm.
And also as well, just talking about it, I think, is the best thing to your clients.
Yeah.
And when they come in, it's like, we kind of made out, we've got this new team member, Mia.
Yeah.
She's going to be she's more she's more organized than all of us. And it was actually, yeah, we just obviously just chatted about it for the month leading up to it, and also asked for feedback as well,
Hmm.
so that we could tweak things along the way. But I think that's the best thing, is just to just sort of be open and honest and transparent, and just show them that actually we're doing this because we don't want to leave people hanging for 24 hours to get a response to something that they need help with.
Hmm.
And they all appreciated that. And I think that's like I think that's more of a bugbear for clients, that they don't get a response quick enough, rather than it being an AI person giving them that response.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. And obviously, I may be touching on the obvious here, but I think yeah, 100% being proactive and the guys who do walk through the salon door, asking them what did you like, the feedback, what could have been better, what
Mhm.
wasn't so great.
Mm.
Again, stating the obvious here, but tell me some of the dialogue that you did use with the guys who did come through the door. What did that sort of sound and look like?
It was just to basically wanted to show them that we're doing this to help them and
Mm,
to improve our business and improve our customer experience and to be a positive thing.
for sure.
So I think like when you sort of talk in that way that, you're actually wanting not only to help us, but more importantly to help them. So that they get points in the right direction, they get the help they need. And yeah, like I say, like I feel like once we've made it more of like give it that positive appeal, not like, oh, okay, we're just gonna,
Yeah,
we're just passing the buck or, you're
yeah.
just going to have to deal with that.
Hmm.
It's more about, we really want to make this really smooth and easy for you. So, and I think that's like the really important thing is like asking for feedback because the more intelligent and obviously the things that you might not think about at the start when you're thinking of all the things that they might want answers on or help with, you might have missed something. So I think that's really important to sort of keep updating it as you go and to make it more intelligent so that it does, give that client satisfaction as well.
100, literally 110%. I agree with literally everything that you've said. Now, for
Yeah.
your circumstance, like I say, it's in the name, extensions. So, for
Mm,
someone watching,
mm,
who obviously owns and runs a salon, who may be thinking, my salon, it's too unique for this, my clientele will hate it. What
mm.
would you sort of tell those guys?
I don't think that would be the case.
Hmm.
Just because I specialize in extensions, like obviously it's good in a way that obviously it's very niche and you can ask specific questions, but at the same time, like for a generic salon, you just tailor it to, your two services, which is your cuts and your colors, and put them on that pathway of a Q&A when they ring up. I
Hmm.
think it's no different from me being a niche salon to a generic salon. I think it would flow just as well, and it wouldn't be a barrier, I don't think at all.
Yeah, 100%. And again, that is sort of we've run into the sort of the skepticism barrier of
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's ego or just being a little bit overwhelmed or scared, but a lot of salons, a recurring theme owners are thinking that there's situations a little bit unique, and obviously each their own. Everyone is sort of operating in a different manner. Now,
Mm,
let's just like again hypothetically, and again I
mm.
told you this before we hit record. If you could tell yourself one thing or multiple, even a few golden nuggets, one percenters, before you decided to jump on board with us, what would it be? I'll put you on the spot.
So do you mean in terms of the one thing that was holding me back? Do you mean, sorry?
The,
The
the
one thing.
one thing that maybe that, how do I frame it, that you could have benefited from more at the start, or just sort of touch on one thing that you're a little bit skeptical on. Some of the guys that realistically sort of know what an AR receptionist is, but the nuts and bolts, they're not quite sure of the nitty gritty, what like the one percenters that can actually do. Anything for those guys
Yeah.
in that aspect?
I suppose I was a bit sort of skeptical that it was going to be as intelligent as it was.
Hmm.
Like I didn't think like you almost have to do a bit of a second take sometimes because it sounds like you're actually speaking to a human
Yeah,
being,
yeah,
which is great, I think.
yeah,
But I think yeah, I think that was the one thing I wasn't expecting it to be. And obviously like I put it through its paces myself and my employees, like I made sure like they rang up and pretended to be a client and
yeah,
put it through its paces because I was almost trying to find something wrong,
yeah,
to make sure
exactly.
that it works.
Yeah, yeah,
So but yeah, I think that was probably the one thing that was very hesitant on. I was just thinking, oh, it is going to be really, complex. Like how is it going to, they're just going to put the phone down the minute they hear an AI person, but it's actually not the case. And like I was really yeah, I was quite pleasantly surprised at, how good it was. So yeah.
okay, beautiful. Well, Carla, I'm super appreciative of your time. We'll keep it nice and short and sharp for the guys watching
Mhm.
because we know they've got a million things to do, especially this time of the year.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to mention, or have I extracted every last little bit of ounce of value from you today?
Yeah, no, I just think I think if anyone's sort of in two minds whether to try it, I think honestly, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Like at the end of the day, it might not be the right thing for you, but you don't know until you try.
Spot on.
And also as well, like I just feel I always used to feel like a headless chicken, like trying to answer, listen to the answer phone when half the time they say, oh, it's so and so at 0478, blah 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 blah, and then there's a car going past and you can't hear the rest of the mobile number
Yeah.
and you can't see it on your phone. And I just feel now, at least, I've got when I have my messages come through and, it does need a human response. I know exactly who it is, exactly who to call. It cuts out so much time. It's given me so much time back and so much, I feel in control now. And it's definitely helped to capture business that potentially I wouldn't have got, that would have fell through the cracks. So in terms of, that is priceless really in terms of,
100%.
what that's saving me in terms of lost revenue. So, there's many pluses to it. Sanity, which is the
Always
best
good.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanity and revenue, like,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. So that's probably, yeah, all I've got to say.
Okay, beautiful. You can't ask much
Yeah.
more. I think everyone watching will definitely appreciate your perspective.
Yeah.
Like I say, appreciate of your time. I will leave you to it. Thank you so much, Carla.
Thank you.